Savannah Blaes joins us. Savannah, just to set this up for our viewers here, we're all trying to figure out how to change the hearts and minds of people. And Charlie Kirk, obviously, to his credit, noticed this, I think, way before a lot of the other people in the conservative movements. Yes, you want to have the rational, logical conversations, but that's not how everybody comes to the light of the conservative movement. Sometimes they see a funny reel, or they see a piece of music by an artist who is, molding their image in kind of a conservative way. There's a lot of different ways people come to conservatism. And part of that is through humor, which is what your specialty has been on the internet. Before we get to your comments, because I want to hear your thoughts. Let's give people a clip, taste of kind of what it is that you do on social media. Watch this.
All I'm saying is I don't think it's fair that we renamed the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. Okay, but you're fine with renaming military bases like Fort Bragg to Fort Liberty. You renamed football teams and the definition of a woman. Fort Hood to Fort Cavazos. You're also okay with rebranding syrup and rebranding M&Ms. Fort Benning to Fort Moore. Dr. Seuss books because somehow they're considered hate speech. Fort Rucker to Fort Novosel. Mr. Potato Head is now just Potato Head to be gender neutral. Fort Hill to Fort Walker. Pronouns and emails and now the national anthem at events. Boyfriend and girlfriend to now partner. Illegal immigrant to undocumented worker. Riots to mostly peaceful protest, criminal inmates to justice-involved individuals, Merry Christmas to Happy Holidays, Christmas break to winter break, blacklist and whitelist to blocklist and allow list, and Disney even renamed Splash Mountain. And then you got mankind to humankind, Fort Lee to Fort Greg Adams, and the list goes on. But you're right, changing the ocean name is too much.
Oh my gosh. I hadn't seen that full thing. It just keeps going and going and going. So Savannah, welcome. Why is that kind of, I mean, your generation overall, but you specifically, why is that the area in which you decide, hey, this is what I think I can do best to, again, change hearts and minds in the country?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. I love using humor, and I think that political debates can often trigger people's emotional walls, but comedy can disarm people. And a lot of Democrats comment, and they're like, this is ridiculous. Democrats don't say things like this. And whenever I'm using my comedy skits and I'm saying Republican versus Democrat, I'm never saying anything as a Democrat that I haven't seen or heard Democrats say, whether it's online or in person. And it's funny because I'll repost videos of the Democrats actually saying what I claimed they were saying in the comedy skits for them to see how ridiculous it really does sound, because it is. It's ridiculous to change all of those names and then complain that we're changing the ocean to Gulf of America.
Oh my gosh, I love that. That's it's part of that whole thing of where sometimes you can't really tell sarcasm from real world anymore, because
Right.
I love how you put that. I've never said anything that I haven't heard other people say, which I think is fascinating.